Hello, everybody. Hope you're all having a good day. My referral link. There we go. So, give people a few moments to join in. Hello, Jets Smash. Welcome to the live stream. Izzy. Just waiting for more people to get in here. But, of course, you probably have already heard by now that Julio Jones has officially announced his retirement from the NFL. See you in Canton, Julio. You were an amazing wide receiver, especially with the Falcons. My goodness, he was such a great receiver with the Falcons. It wasn't even funny. I mean, I'll never forget his 300-yard performance versus the Panthers back in 2016. It was ridiculous. It was insane. It was unreal. Of course, Johnny Boy has to be a smartass. Thoughts on Wes Welker? Of course, Johnny Boy's got nothing else better than to be a salty motherfucker about me and my opinions on Wes Welker. He's still a salty ass motherfucker over that shit. Thoughts on Tom Brady? Still being a salty motherfucker, Johnny. I can feel the saltiness coming out of the pipe. Fine, bitch. What are your thoughts on Tom Brady? As a broadcaster, I think he'll get better over time. Who should the New York Jets draft in the first round? Either a really solid tackle or a tight end or a weapon. Love you too, Johnny. Personally, I would want either if the Giants don't take Membo. What bomb? Oh, my mom's late. Do you think the Jets draft defense or offense? Personally, um, hmm, I'd say offense. Mostly, we drafted defense in the first round. Why don't we draft offense? No man until tomorrow. Um, Personally, I think we should complete our offensive line. I'm gonna go with Membo. Should the Jets draft a kicker? Definitely, but not in the first round. Fuck no, not the first round. No, if they draft the kick in the first round, I think we would be losing our shit right now. I, I they were. Um, but uh, we need to go offense. Last year we went. I know a lot of Jet fans are tired of drafting offensive line in the first round, but last year proved to be a pretty big hit. I mean, Olu Fashion, who played great when taking over for an injured and ineffective Tyron Smith. He played very well, Olu Fashion. I don't know where Lane is at, but he'll join soon. I know the finals between King Lowski and Bonesy. Of course, I want Keenan Allen in real life. He's a great player. He may not be as good as he used to, but he's still a good receiver. Hell yeah, I want the Jets to take him. How do I feel about the Lowski Bonesy matchup in tomorrow's Asmania's finale? Should be a good one. I don't think Lowski's going to blow Bonesy away. But then again, who the hell knows? King Lowski has been blowing a lot of people out. Surprised he blew out the fella. But hey, anything's possible in this shit. I knew someone was going to ask me about this one. I don't know much about Brandon Sklenar. I don't know much about him, but who the hell knows? Kyle Pitts trading you. How about are you giving up the 7th overall pick to move back to 15th? I don't know. I'll have to get back to you on that, Joshua Rao. When are we playing Madden, Zach? Zach, when I get my stuff straightened out a bit more. Will the Jets pull the trigger on Dixon Hall with pick 7? I have no idea. Johnny Boy, he's a good actor. ... Good to know. Yeah, he is doing good on my Madden team. He is. I think the Falcons didn't use him right. He was often compared to the former Raider Darren Waller, but they didn't really utilize him. Probably didn't really scheme him properly. I don't think he's a terrible player, but then again, who the hell? What the hell do I know, right? I'm going by what I see, and we'll see what the hell happens. Charles versus Zach would be crazy. Yeah, that would be. Down anytime. Thank you, man. Thank you, Zach. Can't wait for the draft party, man. I'm so excited. Bless you, Mom. Be right back, guys. I'm gonna get me some water. A little bit parched. Hey, Rich, what's up? Thank you, Zach. I appreciate that. Thank you. Appreciate my Madden streams. I try my best. Zach, are you older or younger than Jake? Jake is 2.5 years older than you. Wow. As for what I'm wearing, I'm potentially thinking about wearing my classic Captain Marvel costume. You know, the classic Captain Marvel costume from DC. As a matter of fact, it originated from Fawcett Comic. Well, you guys know what I'm. Hopefully, you guys know what the hell I'm talking about. Love to wear my my 51, the jersey that big fella gave me at the bowling party in Vilma. Jake is 2.5 years older. Wow, God bless you, man. Um, Charles, you're awesome, buddy. Thank you, Christopher Byers. CBNY Jet fan. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Um, no spoilers. um, I try my best with Madden, but there are times I need to. Sometimes I can be a bit stubborn. Like I go for it on fourth down a lot, and sometimes I do a terrible job in calling the defense. But I'm glad they're getting better with time. Sauce has 8 interceptions. That's incredible. I know he doesn't belong in real life, but he's a very clever guy. I may up the difficulty in that game, but all pro is getting too easy. I'll consider that. Be aggressive, yeah, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being smart, and sometimes I can be too stupid, if you know what I mean. Sparko Racer, what's up, man? Oh, that's right, you subscribe to my channel. You said you do YouTube too. What's up, man? In real life, they get a lot of interceptions. Damn straight. True, even Adrian Martinez. When would you be comfortable? Would you be comfortable and Travis competing for QB3? Martinez was with the Lions to maybe get likes him more than we think. We'll see, man. As far as I'm concerned, I started doing franchise online with the Detroit Lions. I just started doing franchise. Good for you, man. Good for you. Are you a Lions fan or a Jet fan, Sparko? If I said your name correctly, I apologize. Kickoff down the middle of the field. You give a big return kick to the sideline. Yeah. Gave up 2 or 3 kickoff returns in my game, which was fucking ridiculous. You're a Lion fan? Good for you, man. Dan Campbell's a very good coach, man. Dan Campbell's a very good coach. Oh, Jets Worldwide, what's up, buddy? You're a Lion fan. Who's your favorite Lions player of all time? Even though I'm not a Lions fan, no disrespect. I'd say the one player in the Detroit Lions that I really loved growing up was Calvin Johnson. That son bitch was special. I mean, he basically pulled a Barry Sanders. He worried about his health. He was tired of the BS what was going on with the Detroit Lions organization at the time, and he wanted to win. Calvin was something special. In 2012, it's pretty damn remarkable. I mean, he's just that damn good of a football player. Come on, Mambo. Oh, I get the name. I can't wait to be a Jed. Megatron, Calvin Johnson. Really, he's your favorite Lion? How long have you been a Lions fan, Sparko? Incel Allen. Yeah, he was incredible, Calvin Johnson. Plus, he was humble, too. Much like Barry Sanders. Very humble, very classy guy. Nice to meet you, too. But I don't know about charging $5. That is being a bit ridiculous. I don't want people to think I'm a jerk. Alan is my mentor. Since you were 2 years old, wow, God bless you. So how old are you now? I'm 30. Let's see, what was it? I'm sorry. Megatron is honestly a top 3 wide receiver of all time behind Rice. He was fucking incredible. He was fucking incredible, man. I mean, my favorite wide receiver of all time is Andre Johnson, but Calvin Johnson, Jesus Christ. You could have, I'll never forget in that game against the Saints, even though the Lions got lost. No, they're not going. They're not think they should trade Brees and Sauce. They're 2 critical points. They're 2 crucial points to our team. Bro, I was the number 1 seed. I'm not anymore. But going back to this, I mean, I'll never forget against the Saints, 212 receiving yards on 12 catches, and the Lions still never get in that game. The Saints tried triple teaming him, quadruple teaming him, and they still couldn't stop him. My favorite now, Amon-Ra St. Brown is amazing. He's that fucking dude. He's got a great pair of hands. He really drops the football. To fill the JFM room, I can see. Sauce is banging Ice Spice and not banging off him. Who's my favorite Jets player of all time? I've actually did a video on that a couple of years ago. My favorite Jets player of all time, especially growing up, was Darrelle Revis. He was my man. Dude. JFM was a very good player. He had a career year with the Broncos last year. I think he had 7 or 8 sacks last year. That's pretty damn solid. The Broncos, they had a very defense last year. They had a very I really like. I do like Surtain a lot. I think Surtain is a great corner. But one of their edge rushers has really earned my attention. That's Nick Bonito, number 15. JFM is average, yeah, but he had a good year for the Broncos last year. He had 7 or 8 sacks last year. No, I have not replaced Michael Clemens yet, but don't worry, I will probably. He'll probably get cut in real life, but no, I have not. I would have cut him in India. I forgot to. So my apologies. But the good news is he hasn't played games, so that's a good thing. Sorry, what? Do you pay Sauce $30 million a year? I would like to. Charles knows ball. Charles Tehead Tomlinson. Oh, Laken Tomlinson was freaking terrible. Laken Tomlinson was fucking terrible. I can't believe how bad he was with the Jets. He's nothing great, but that is very true. No, I like John Frankenmeyer. He was a good player. I'm not saying he was great. He was a good player. I still think that roughing the passer penalty against the Pigeon 22 was bullshit. But it is what it fucking is, man. Tyron Smith robbed us. Look, we all had. Look, Tyron Smith, I still think is going to be in the Hall of Fame for what he did with the Cowboys. Sure, Jets will. I don't know if they should draft an edge, but they need to. But I would like for them to get either an offensive lineman or a weapon. No, I do not drive Joshua. I have a big fear of driving. 7 would be absurd. I agree. I kind of like with this. He was better. Oh, I thought you meant LaDainian Tom. I didn't know you meant LaDainian Thompson. I thought you meant Laken Tomlinson. My apologies. LaDainian Thompson. He wasn't bad with the Jets though. He was good. He was good with us, but obviously his career with the Chargers was incredible. Um, I still think his 2006 season is probably the greatest running back of all time. I'm actually going to do a video about that. He meant LT from San Diego. Oh, real? I thought he meant um. LaDainian Tomlinson was still really good. Well, he was good. He was productive, just not elite. He was to me, his greatest highlight as a Jet was that pregame speech, and then he scored a touchdown on a like a little somewhat of a screen pass. That was man. That playoff game will go down in history as one of the greatest games in Jets history. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. What I liked about LaDainian Tomlinson, he was a great leader in the clubhouse. And how crushed was I when Mo Wilkerson fell? I was disgusted. Me and my dad, we thought the world of this guy, and then all of a sudden he just decided not to give a shit. And what's wrong with you? Sean Alexander was an incredible running back. I mean, people forgot that before they had Marshawn Lynch and Kenneth Walker, they had Sean Alexander, and Sean Alexander was really damn good. And 1 year he scored nearly 30 rushing touchdowns. But Sean Alexander was tremendous. So, excuse me, I just passed gas. My apologies. I don't do that often here on my channel. Or a smoke screen. Hey guys, no fighting in the chat, okay? Hello. See you rocking the Aaron Glenn. Hopefully they do draft Membo. I would like for them to draft Membo. Hopefully, Aaron Glenn works. I want him to succeed. My dad wants him to succeed. It's too bad that only worked in Madden 15. It didn't work in real life. Ivory was a solid running back for us, though. The best way to describe Chris Ivory when he was with the Jets, he was kind of like a poor version of Marshawn Lynch. Thing is, though, he couldn't really stay healthy at times, and he didn't do it for long enough. Marshawn Lynch, he had a career in Buffalo. He had a career. Obviously, his career really took off with the Seahawks. He was really damn good with the Bills. His first 2 years in Buffalo, he ran for well over 1,000 yards, and then he gets traded in 2010 to the Seahawks. Plays well for them, and he has that abysmal. The only offensive tackle I like is they like or you like Insel Elon Banks Jr. from Texas. Thank you, D Van G. But Chris Johnson was one of my favorite running backs growing. Even though his best years were from 2008, his rookie year, 2010. Did I see Lamont Jordan? Unfortunately, no, but I know he was a talented running back. He did have a career year with the Raiders, I think, in 05, which is interesting. But obviously, he was mostly a backup behind Curtis Barnes, who was obviously a freaking legend. Curtis Barnes, one of the all-time great running backs. When he retired, he was top 4 on the all-time rushing yards list. So yeah, you know, um, he was tremendous. I mean, Curtis Barnes was a shame I never got to see him play. My dad really liked and respected the hell out of him as a player and as a person. My dad is a big Freeman. He liked Johnny Hecker, but man, was he ever a big fan of Freeman McNeil? Freeman McNeil was one of the best backs of his era. He was the 3rd overall pick, I believe, in the 1991 NFL draft. He was taken after the Giants took the great Lawrence Taylor. And you played with those two guys? That's awesome, man. Good to know, JoJo. Freeman McNeil was a very good running back. He led the league in rushing in '82. He had a tremendous career. He rushed for nearly 10,000 yards in his career. Oh, I gotta go with Cotry, man. Like, I liked Enunwa. He was talented. Curly was okay, but Cotry was the shit. Cotry had a great pair of fucking hands. I'll never forget that fucking game against the Browns where he hurts his balls and he still dives, makes a great fucking catch. Cotry was clutch, man. He was good in the postseason too, especially against shit. Like, and he even had some good years for the Steelers. I think he was part of that Panthers team in 2015 where they went to the Super Bowl that year. You know, I definitely like Cotry a lot. Cotry was solid. Um, Cotry was good. I think Cotry was good for you, man. Good for you, man. Excuse me. But I love Cotry. He was great, and he was a classy guy too. I think he was born with 6 fingers on one hand, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, oh my god! I've never forget that freaking game. I think it was Eric Smith. Anquan Bolden was Like fucking, that shit ain't funny. Whether it's the Red Sox, whether it's the Patriots, I don't wish anyone to get hurt. I understand there are some certain teams that have fans that are dirtbags, but here's the thing: don't stoop to their level. I did. Oh, Brian Dawkins was great too. He had some good years for the Broncos, but man, he was a beast with the Eagles. He was a beast with the Eagles. I remember talking to this one guy when I was in college. He's a Giant fan, and I said once I mentioned Brian Dawkins, he said to me, "Brian Dawkins scared the shit out of me growing up. I was scared shit every time we played the Eagles. I was scared shitless simply because of Brian Dawkins." Yeah. Brian Dawkins, beast. But what college did I go to? Centenary University in Hackertown, New Jersey. Oh, Jim Leonard was a very good player. I like Jim Leonard. Um, Jim Leonard was a very good player. Unfortunately, his last 2 years were sweet. Um, we ended with season-ending injuries, which sucked. But he was a good player. I liked him. Brian Dawkins' nickname was Weapon X/Wolverine for a reason. Hell yeah, he was a beast, man. Plus, he grew up a huge fan of that character. So Brian Dawkins was just like people wanted to compare Jamal Adams to Brian Dawkins. I said Brian Dawkins could cover. Jamal Adams coverage skills were fucking terrible. Like I'm sorry, like Jamal Adams, he was a very good tackler, but my God, was he terrible in pass coverage, especially with Seattle. Goodness, he was terrible in pass coverage. What made him get that money in Seattle was the way Greg Williams utilized him in 2019. Oh, Jamal Adams was having a very good career with the Jets, then he shoot his mouth off, so it's bad mouthing people, and then got traded, and he had one good year in Seattle. After that, he's been abysmal. But um, he was tremendous, man. Brian Dawkins, he really was. But hmm, what's my favorite Doritos? I'd say nacho cheese. Love nacho cheese. It's nacho cheese. It's my cheese. Got that joke from one of my friends' moms. That's tough. No, because I like them. Yours is spicy. God bless you, man. I'm not a spicy food person. And I know he was like, I really know, because I fucking don't, I don't like it. And Um, I kind of had a late lunch. I had a hot dog at Costco, but I was good after that. Yeah. Show my 51 Velma jersey. I will. I'll try. Oh, I had ice cream. Um, what slide ice cream? That shit was good. Everybody fun. I need a milkshake. I love milkshakes. Milkshakes are mad good. I haven't been to Wendy's in a while, but I love Wendy's. That's my favorite fast food place. I Hey Shane, what's up, buddy? I'm allergic. Ooh, I'm allergic to chocolate. I'm sorry to hear that. Chili. I love chili. Sorry, I didn't know you. Wow, good to know. I eat bacon and pork, yes, but I don't eat it as often as you think. Howdy, howdy. Hmm. I would like the Jets to draft either Membu, Warren, um, or maybe get that tackle from Oregon. Um, maybe Kyle McCord in the later rounds, Arroyo, Loveland. Just to name a few that I was able to watch. Jets should hire Chad Pennington to help coach. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Chad Pennington is smart. I think he'll be a decent coach. Maybe not a head coach, but maybe like an assistant coach. I think he'd be good at. He's very intelligent. The man played the game. He has experience. He learned from Vinny Testaverde. So that should be good. I think he is. Yeah, Sham. I think he is. I think he, in high school. Yeah. When you are on Jake Show, tell everyone to subscribe to the channel. You should get 500 soon. Thank you, Joshua. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think he is coaching his kids in high school. But no, I have a lot of respect for Chad Pennington. He was the last time we successfully drafted a good quarterback in the draft. Tyreek Hill got arrested. Gee, what a shock. That shouldn't surprise anybody. Glad he's not a Jet. IRC, he was on one of those trips and someone asked about coaching and he said something about his kids. Really? Moss made Chad look good in college. I recall. Oh, okay. Yeah. Moss, well, Randy Moss was a great talent, but Charrington, he was good, man. He had good chemistry with Santana Moss, Jericho Cotchery, Lavernius Coles, uh, Chris Baker. You know, he was a damn good quarterback, Chad Pennington. Chad Pennington was a damn solid quarterback. My dad liked him a lot. He was tough. He was a great competitor. He was a leader. It was the last time we had a good quarterback that we drafted. I think Sam Darnold could have been that guy. I think Geno Smith could have been that guy. But the thing wrong with Geno Smith, he was very immature, and we had bad coaching. And Sam Darnold we gave too easily. It's almost 10 o'clock. I'm going to get off soon, guys. I'm going to get off right now, guys. It was a pleasure talking with you. Stay safe. Peace out. How long have you been a Jet fan? Since 2008. My favorite Jet player of all time is Darrelle Revis. Oh, my favorite all-time Jet players? I did a video about that. Check it out on my channel.